Alright, here's another little tip. The size needle that you use can make a huge difference. Here is the same square, but you can see that this one is obviously smaller than that one. This one was done with a smaller needle. This one was done with an F needle. And this one was done with a G needle. It's just one size different. So when you're working with a different pattern, and if it winds up being too big, then try a different size needle so that you can get both of them to be the same size, so that when you put together your blanket, it will fit together very nicely because all the squares will be the same size. So yes, the needle size, just changing the needle. So I just had to remember that I use the bigger needle for this pattern and the smaller needle for this pattern so that I could get them to be the same size. So while I am working my blanket, you can see that I have they're all sewn together. And I felt like I needed 2 extra rows, so I have it just kind of folded up there, and I like to lay it out so I can see what my next squares need to look like. The most important thing is the outside edge. Like, I don't want to put a pink next to a pink, and I want to make sure that I'm using all my colors in this row. Now here, that's a lot of yellow, and that's a lot of yellow. So let's see, maybe I will switch this, just put the yellow over there. That can work. That can work. Yeah, I like that better. The more colors that you have in a project, the harder it is to figure out what colors to use. I am trying to distribute the colors very evenly throughout the blanket. Like, I want the pink evenly distributed. In this particular row, I ended with blue, yellow, pink, multicolored, blue again, and purple. I really should have a green one there, but I felt like the blanket already has so much green in it, and I was trying to avoid green, so I used the green like in the middle, so there's a little bit less green, even though there's green in every single one of those, but there's no green on the outside edge. Like I say, it's more complicated the more colors you have in a project. It is simpler to just stick with 3 colors. 3 colors is like a perfect number for a project. Maybe you could get away with 4, but no more. Otherwise, it gets really complicated. And I'm kind of fussy about little details like that. So, but in this project, I have too many colors. So I have it laid out as I plan each square. And what I would do is like say I'm working on this square. So I would line up my colors like so, knowing that I'm starting here, and I would go to that color, then this color, then that color, and then this color. And so I would do that with each square as I'm plotting, each one that I'm going to do. I've been working on this baby quilt for a few months. I used sort of alternating the flower that, I don't know what that design is, and I just kind of alternated that. And I started off using leftover yarns from previous projects, like my first grandson, his blanket is made out of that right there. And I believe I used violet in my granddaughter's baby blanket. And I used this blue in one of my other grandsons' baby blanket, because I don't know if I'm going to be having a baby boy or a baby girl for the next one. And so I was mixing up all the baby colors, blue and green, purple, yellow, pink. It's always a good idea to mix white with whatever project you're working on. White is very good to soften the colors, and this is a baby quilt, so I don't want the colors to be too strong. I used white around each of the centers, and I used white around each flower. And then when I put the whole thing together, I put it together with white. Because with so many colors, white was the only logical choice to join. All right, I have my stack, and I want to keep them in that order. So I'm going to take my crochet hook and I'm going to run it down through the corner of each one of these. So here they are on the corner, and I'm going to pull a piece of yarn through, and then I'll just tie a knot. And that is that row of squares. Now I did this where I had several stacks in there in the perfect order. And then when you're putting together your blanket, because I had to lay everything out on a bed so that I could arrange the squares just as I wanted. Then I had multiple stacks of this is the one that I want there, and then the next one's going to be there. And so that's a good way to keep things organized, and you can actually make a big stack as you're putting together your squares. And what I'll do is when I'm working on this, I will take off one and I'll retie it, and then I will grab the next and I'll retie it, and I'll just keep them organized that way so I don't have to rethink it all over again. There's another good little tip.